Topping today's news, we hear from the Commissioner of Police on the fire department in light of the recent bushfires here in New Providence. Meanwhile, firefighters on Grand Bahama left to battle an industrial blaze today. The Minister of Housing on the government's rent-to-own project, and an update on the concerns over sexually transmitted diseases in country. This is your JCN Evening News. I'm Jarino Saunders. Thank you so much for joining us. First, Abaco and Grand Bahama, Andros, Eleuthera, and now here in the capital, New Providence, raging bushfires causing a great deal of concern for residents in the Carmichael Road, Coral Harbor area yesterday. Firefighters have been battling to gain control of that bushfire since early Thursday, and most of the fires have now been extinguished. Commissioner of Police Jcn News was asked this morning what the police fire department is going to do to ensure that they are able to properly fight these types of fires, especially with the dry summer months approaching.
Some fire incidents that, of course, were concerns for us. And again, we put all our efforts into ensuring that we can protect life and property in every incident. And we are looking at new equipment. We have already visited 2 locations in Europe to determine if the equipment in those locations can assist us better. In a short time, we will present our documents to the government, a very, very short time, because we do hope to get some of those equipments to help us battle the blazes that we're seeing quite frequently now in our islands.
Superintendent of Police Devon Ambrister from the fire branch said while the fire is now under control, they are prepared to act if the fire reignites. Thursday's fire and the emanating smoke also resulted in massive traffic backups in the area. Superintendent Ambrister did not anticipate the same for today and the remainder of this weekend.
Well, hopefully today should not be as bad as it was yesterday. Like I said, most of the area that was on fire yesterday has now been extinguished. So hopefully they should not be as bad as yesterday.
Anything residents of the area need to know?
Just be cautious. Be cautious as they peruse the road because, like I said, there still is some smoke in the air. So be mindful of themselves as well as the other drivers.
While firefighters on New Providence take a breather following the bushfires on Thursday, today firefighters on Grand Bahama battled a major blaze at an industrial site in the Freeport area believed to be near Polymers and Borco power plant. Thick black smoke rose from the center of that blaze, limiting visibility for motorists who were redirected towards Pinder's Point. The Office of the Prime Minister expected to release a statement on that fire from Grand Bahama. Bright and early this morning, Prime Minister Philip Davis was in the kitchen serving breakfast to Royal Bahamas Police Force firefighters at the police headquarters. The Prime Minister, whose father and brother were also firemen, explains why the gesture was important to him.
We've had a number of challenges as fires throughout the country over the last several months. I just wanted to express our appreciation for what they've done and the way they put their own lives on the line to protect other lives and protect property. And we thought it was very important just to show our appreciation. I had a sumptuous breakfast. I trust you all will join them and complete the rest of the day.
Commissioner of Police Jcn News was also at the breakfast table and shared her thoughts on the significance of the occasion.
Firstly, I think that this was a beautiful initiative, a great initiative put on by the Prime Minister. This was his idea that he would show his gratitude to the men and women in our fire services department. As I looked through the room this morning, I saw the excitement and the appreciation on the faces of those officers. And this could not have come at a better time for them. As you know, we are fighting a blaze here on the Coral Harbor Road and one in Grand Bahama. And so at a time like this, when these men are challenged with the weather conditions and sometimes with equipment, that the Prime Minister could come in and say to them that we understand the work that you do, we understand the challenges you have. It certainly eases their burdens and their fears. And so, again, I thank the Prime Minister for allowing his team to put on, and for him putting on this initiative today, and we're grateful.
On the menu for breakfast was a variety of fruits, tuna and steamed sausage and grits, chicken, and sheep tongue sauce. Finally, in this segment, Senator Barry Griffin, chairman of the Bahamas Trade Commission, alongside Prime Minister Philip Davis, went on a walkabout and visited a number of local small stores, food stores in the Fox Hill community in an effort to work with them to reduce the cost of foods going forward.
And so we're meeting with businesses to educate them about the program that we're doing, to get them involved so that they can bring products directly from source jurisdictions in order, again, to pass cost savings on to consumers. This is one of the government's most critical and crucial initiatives because the cost of living is beating absolutely everyone. And so the government is keenly aware of that, and the government has made this one of its top priorities to lower the cost of living in the Bahamas.
In light of the recent trade wars that could possibly impact the goods that are coming into the Bahamas, Senator Barry Griffin was asked about how the government plans to diversify trade routes, bringing in goods at a cheaper cost.
Great. You would have already seen that through our encouragement, a lot of local providers are already diversifying where they get stuff from. And so for those providers who have the capacity and the ability to do that, the government has created the framework for that to happen through continuing our great relationships with trading partners around the world. And so the situation with the eggs is one example. And so we're looking to repeat that, and it's been going great. We're working with government partners across the region in the Caribbean and in Latin America. We're also working with the private sector. So right now,
Senator Griffin said the government is facilitating trade missions for Bahamian businesses, going directly to factories and suppliers all across the globe to certify themselves or to certify for themselves that the goods that they are importing are of good quality before shipping them to the Bahamas. Bahamian officials are also in contact with government agencies in other countries to certify that imported goods are safe and meet international standards. You're listening to JCN News. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back following these commercials.